Hello, year one. Mrs. Savage here. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about England last week and about the UK, which stands for, well done if you said the United Kingdom. Now, today we are going to be a tourist of London, which is the capital city of England. So we are going to pretend that we are going to be walking through London and being a tourist. So let me just get this ready for you. Okay, so today we are going to be a tourist of London, and your task will be to create a poster or a mini booklet about London. So let's start exploring. So we have Traveling Ted, and he has come to London. So where is London? Do you remember? Look at the map. Point to where you think London is. Well done if you said right at the east coast there. London is the capital city, and it's the largest city in England. It is a very busy and built up city with lots of important buildings, and there are around 8 million people that live in London. Now, how did Ted get to London? Well, he arrived by train to London St. Pancras Station. This is one of the biggest railway stations, and it's an overland train. Once he got there, he wanted to go into London, but how? Do you know what this is called? Well done if you said the Underground or the Tube. So you need to buy a ticket for the London Underground, and it's a very fast train which travels under the ground in tunnels, and it helps you get around London quick and easy. So here we have the London Tube map. It's a very special map that has all the different stations and all the different routes that you can take. And each route is a different color. So I used to live near the Central Line, and I knew that was the red route. So I'd always be able to have a look along the red route to see which stations were near to where I lived. Now, I know some of you enjoy looking at the tube map and learning the different stations and learning the different routes. And I think one of your activities for Free Flow this week from your task sheet is to learn the London tube map or to draw it. Now, we're going to go through some of London's famous landmarks. And these are very famous, popular places in London. So can you think of any landmarks that are popular in London? Have you been on any? Have you been to London? So we're going to explore that right now. So here we have the London Eye. You might have been on the London Eye before. The London Eye, or the Millennium Wheel, is an observation wheel on the south bank of the River Thames. It is Europe's largest observation wheel and is the most popular paid tourist attraction in the whole of the United Kingdom. That's all 4 countries. This is the most popular paid tourist attraction. Now, I wonder what you could see way up high in one of those bubbles. I'm sure you could see way over London and all the different sites and landmarks. Now, here we have the Shard, and this is a newly built building. The Shard, or often known as the Shard of Glass, stands 309 meters tall. It is the tallest building in the United Kingdom and the 6th tallest building all in Europe. It's a very exciting building to see when you're up close and you look all the way up and you can see all the reflections of the sky in it. And also if you look at the skyline of London, the Shard, as it's being the highest building, always stands out. Now we have Big Ben. Now Big Ben is the nickname for the great bell that is actually inside of the clock. And it is on the Palace of Westminster. So Big Ben stands at the end. And the Big Ben refers to the bell and not the clock. And if you go to London now, they are actually sort of redoing parts of Big Ben and fixing it up. So they've put big scaffolding around it. So you can't actually see the Big Ben now, but you can see kind of an outline of it. And if you Google Big Ben and the chimes, you'll be able to listen to some of the Westminster chimes that it plays on the hour, and you'll be able to hear the bongs as well. Then we have the Houses of Parliament. Now this is the Palace of Westminster, and it serves as the meeting place for both the House of Lords and the House of Commons. And it is a beautiful site along the River Thames. And many people will take tour boats. They'll go along the River Thames, and this is one of the popular sites for people to see. You can get tours of the Houses of Parliament, but I believe you have to get tickets way in advance. It's also very popular. But you can see as well, Big Ben is attached to Houses of Parliament. Now we have Buckingham Palace, and this is one of the residences of Queen Victoria, and she lives here at different times of the year, and this is a very famous landmark. Lots of tourists come here, and they have the changing of the guard, usually around 11 o'clock every day. It's when the guards rotate into different positions. And do you remember when we went to Windsor Castle? We saw the guards outside Windsor Castle, and we saw them marching back and forth. So they have the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace, which usually involves the music or the band playing, and then the guards rotate and change their positions. Now here we have Tower Bridge. Now this is a combined bascule bridge and a suspension bridge, and it was built in 1886 to 1894, and the bridge crosses over the River Thames. Now this is a very popular landmark to see as well if you're on the River Thames. And if you follow along the bridge, it will take you close to the Tower of London, which is where the Queen's precious crown jewels are kept as well. Now in London, we have some very popular different types of transportation. Now here we have the red double-decker bus, and this is very famous in London, and the black cabs, the black taxis. So that has lots of different types of transportation to help us travel around the city. How many different types of transportation can you think of? Let's see, we've had the overground train, the underground train, you've got the red double-decker buses, you have the black taxis. I talked about the boat. You can get sort of a water taxi along the River Thames. Also, you can take the bicycle around London as well. Now, the royal family lives in Buckingham Palace part of the year. And if you look, it is a huge palace. And actually, the part that the public can see is actually the back of Buckingham Palace. And around the other side that we can't see, it's only for the Queen and her guests, that is actually the front of Buckingham Palace. And there's a massive garden there. So we have guards that protect the outside. And we saw guards very similar to this when we were at Windsor Castle. Now there's lots of things to do in London, and London is a very busy city. So when people come to London, they go to the shops, they go to the landmarks, and they love going to the theatre as well. So you can see here in this picture, we've got a red double-decker bus, and very close near it says Oxford Circus Station. So that is one of the tube stations that's on the Central Line, and you would go down underground to get to that station. So your task today is to create sort of a London mini book or a poster of lots of different landmarks of London. So you can draw a landmark and label it. Remember to put a capital letter because it's a proper noun. And you can write a fact if you remember any of your facts. Now this picture that I've got here of the London mini book, I will post it on tapestry. So if you want, you could print it out and color it. If not, just get a piece of paper and you can write, not Mrs. Savage's Tour of London, but you could write your name, Tour of London, and you can draw me some pictures of London landmarks that you learned about, and any other facts that maybe you know looking on Google or on the internet, and then post it on tapestry. And we would love to see your work. So I hope you have enjoyed being a tourist in London, and I look forward to seeing your mini books or posters telling me all about the exciting landmarks there are. Okay, take care, bye.